Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Hey guys, thank you for the love. Hey manze, tuko 1k views. Like videos zetu hazifika 1k. Hey, you've shown us love. That's why we brought them here again.
Thank you so much.
But it was good having you guys, by the way.
It was really
people have
amazing.
really shown you love.
Yeah,
And
it was really
for some
amazing.
reason.
Imagine 1k views.
1k views, just like that. In a week's time.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
in
So let's continue growing. Continue showing the same love you've shown us, and tunaenda mbali, by the way. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So
Maybe I liked the other video because truly get to bond and all that. Everyone was honest. So there was this particular thing I was watching. I think a week ago. Ilikuwa so touching. So I would really like to hear from you guys. What is that support system you have? In Kenya right now, watu wengi wanapitia depression. Na mtu ananyamaza. Unapata amenyamaza mpaka the end of it ndo mnajua alikuwa na go through anything. So I just want you guys to share. Do you have any support system? Yule mtu mwenye you can call and tell that person everything you're feeling? Now you can count on that person.
I would like to start.
Sure.
The floor is yours.
Okay, personally, I have my baby and my favorite cousin. She's my favorite cousin. Like, we talk about everything. We talk about everything.
Actually, the other day nilikuwa nakwambia, if you're going through anything, if you ever come across, like, don't ever be afraid to tell me like whatever you're going through.
Because personally, I'm not close with my sister. Tuko tu wawili and we are not close.
Why?
I don't know. But they don't know. We just don't talk. We don't communicate.
So Becky is that one person you can always connect with.
She's my best cousin.
Isaac a place juu saizi, but it's so sad. Unaweza sikia kitu imefanyikia and you felt like you are really close to that person.
And nako kuambia.
Yako kuambia what
Kenya na go through.
So you need to really have someone you can talk to.
Okay, like
unamwambia everything.
Like recently, sister yangu ame lose best friend yake and she was depressed and my sister felt like she was not there for the guy.
But I really feel like when you are facing depression, who are communicate to others.
The girl communicated.
Or they usually do.
They did. But the time sister yangu akimpigia, akushika like alikuwa like hakuna mwenye anani understand and maisha imefika hapo. But Mercy did try to communicate.
So Glory, what do you have at your emergency wako? Nani na ino wako like ukiwa na shida ama ukiwa na ile issue yenyewe unaweza you need someone to talk to, but you need someone who won't charge you.
But before you say anything, kuna beshte yangu aliniambia like mse mwenye as in I don't know kama nitakuwa na hit buttons or anything, but mse mwenye ako depressed ama mse mwenye ako karibu ku I don't like using this commit like suicide. Anakuanga the most happiest during the end times. That you cannot tell like
it is always
inaenda kufanyika. Anakuanga the most happiest. Anakuanga yani tu ako bubbly and everything. Unapiga story haizi kuambia, so even though that is just an insight, I don't really know much about you.
No, it is true, because that is best friend ya Mercy. Like alikuanga so jovial, anaungana na church,
giving, and was so much giving.
No,
can you talk about
Kitambo?
Like, as in parents forcing like their kids to do something. Because I feel like hiyo ndio kitu inadedingi mostly to
depression.
Okay, maybe the question should be, what type of a relationship do you have with your parents?
Even if you have a good relationship,
that relationship where you can negotiate ama you just follow rules.
Before you get there, actually, talking about this story as support system, I feel like I'm one of those people who don't share when they're going through something.
Yeah.
Like at all with anyone.
Yeah, at all. Because I feel like I'm the one who got myself into that problem.
Yeah.
Being serious, I've actually been in a depressive season, and I feel like I got myself out of it. So since then,
But you talked about
Who
it
helped
though.
you to get
I
out
talked
of
about it after I have gotten over it.
Who
Who
helped
helped
you?
you?
I don't know. I think myself. I can
That's
say
so-
myself because
So like, can you explain to us like
How did you
kuna
get
mtu mwenye
over
hapa
it?
amego through
kuna
nini jumi
mtu.
No.
personally
Everyone.
Hatujai.
like how does
How
it
did you
feel?
get
How do you
through
realize that you are actually going through like
depression? Yeah.
I can say it's really bad. It's really bad because the intrusive thoughts. You see those intrusive thoughts that you're ignoring at the back of your mind. Ndo ziko on the forefront. Like ziko on the very forefront. Like hiyo ndo inakuongelesha. Your subconscious is not your subconscious anymore. I'm nimeingia into psychology sasa.
It's someone else.
So much.
Yeah, as
Sasa mambo
unasikia
mingi.
kama you're a different person altogether. Naweza sema hivyo. But nasikia kama something that got me in check ni realizing that no one is coming to save you.
Yeah. You're
Because
just on your own.
yeah, you're realizing that in as much as you're going through something, no one is coming. Imagine vile maisha ni tamu.
like hakuna kitu nakwambianga you should talk to someone or anything.
Mi kusema ukweli naweza sema kuna kitu nilipost recently. I came across something very relatable. Like ilikuwa inasema that independence comes from people letting you down constantly. So you realize that you can only depend on yourself. So in that situation, I was like, imagine no one is coming to save me.
Yeah.
So what will be my story? Will my story be like Udembele alikuwa na go through something? And since people didn't know that I was going through something, I was in a position to help.
Yeah.
So singe wa blame. I had to get myself through that, and I feel like it was a very nice journey. Come to think of it, when I've healed, but then I was so burdened. But I can say, my boyfriend was a really good help.
Support system.
Yeah, he was so nice about it.
But
Because-
okay,
yeah.
Claudia, you're not answering the question. Have you been in a situation where your parents actually forced you to do something you wanna feel?
Or
Or your
your
friends.
contradiction with the other parties. Like, okay, let's say maybe your parents want you to follow this journey, but where personally una feel like,
Unasikia
no,
it's not for me.
yeah, I need to do this. Is there someone you can actually talk to out of the family if the family is pressurizing you to do something? Do you have someone else you can talk to? Like, you can have that space.
Amesema the
muongee.
boyfriend.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart
I can
from
honestly
yourself.
I can honestly say the boyfriend, because he's really an emotional support. I'm a stand up for me.
Kama huyo boyfriend yako ataona hivi.
Situation kabidi.
Unamweka hapa.
But
Nice.
I can honestly say he has stood up for me in situations where I couldn't stand up for myself, and I really love that.
But
From him.
I really wish that, as in, okay, generation tunaishi sahi. Okay, kuna msee mwenye alikuwa ananiambia ati mbona kitambo kukuwa na such thing as depression.
Yeah.
Kitambo
Ilikuwa,
ati
ni
mbona
venye haikuwa
eh,
time.
haikuwa.
True.
ati mbona
Ilikuwa,
kitambo
but
wakukuwa
ni
like wana face those things, like they will go through any kind of hardships, like all those things, but they will still come back as into their senses
But
and
you
tell
know,
themselves, hey, I need to
sister,
face these things head on.
One thing is, okay, you can find someone facing depression, and no matter how much you talk to them, bado itafika to them.
No, but mbona kitambo haikukuwa?
No, kitambo ikuwa
As in,
discovered. Ilikuwa tu, but haikuwa discovered.
Ilikuwa hivyo open
Ni vile those people didn't like, unajua by the kitambo watu walikuwa wanataka kukaa wako na shida.
Yeah.
I can say that for real.
Yeah.
Because hawako wanataka kukaa wewe una enjoy life. Mbona mimi si enjoy life? So hawako na open up more.
Coming to you, would you open up to anyone apart from your boyfriend?
Si amesema ni boy wake.
Apart from the boyfriend,
imagine
akona friends.
Akona friends.
Ukona friends.
Ask
Would you open up to your friends? Why?
Do you have friends?
Why?
Who can, like,
Why?
in that space, mtu
Yeah.
mwenye una feeling like
Unaweza mwambia
okay,
anything.
personally, mimi lazima you have to check up on me.
But tena niwaambie
Siwezi anza
mabeshte ni
kuprotect.
manyox.
Najua
Si
ni
wote,
manyox,
Mabeshte
but kuna that one.
ni manyox, but kuna yule best mwenye
I'm a good
akikuuliza,
friend.
"Becky, how are you doing?" And I mean genuinely like anataka details.
Yeah.
Si tumwambie I'm fine, akwambie no, nimehama.
Umeshindaje?
Yeah. So I think a lot of people I find that space ya kutrust. You say
Ya open up.
yeah, where you can open up and tell them, by they have been going through this and that, because right now in Kenya a lot of youths, people under 30 are facing a lot of depression.
Yeah.
But they do not have anyone
To talk about.
Ama,
No,
Yes.
unapata they have people to talk about. But sasa huyu mtu anakuambia just hold on.
Okay, but mbona
Vumilia, hii maisha ni hivyo. Like,
do you think
hata
like,
nisikie
as in the main cause of, okay, not the main, one of the causes of depression is like parents pushing you to do things that you do not want to, basing on your story, as in, do you think that it contributes to ama we should just obey or
no,
like the people say?
it contributes. It contributes because once you are 18, you have to figure out your life.
True.
You have to know what you want
Actually,
to do.
how do you deal with that? How do you
younger.
deal with not getting, because hata mimi personally nimekuwa prosecuted things but I've not like fallen into depression or such.
But let me tell you something. Something that I realized as an adult is your parents will never change.
Yeah.
If your parents were this kind of parents, they will never change for no one, nobody, even you, they won't change. So how they treat you is how they will treat you constantly. Actually, okay, come to think of it, not necessarily, because my mother came to support me so much in high school. I can actually tell the difference between the two, like before high school and after high school. And I feel like her coming to understand me as a person in high school really helped me from a parent's perspective. Like, she supported me through things that for real she didn't have to. She wasn't that kind of a person. She wasn't that kind of a person, honestly. But I was going through, okay, I wasn't going through something at that time. Come to think of the things that I've gone through
As an adult,
yeah, I wasn't
the
going
same.
through something, yeah. But she really stood up for me, and parents showing you what
Your
is it? Support during your times in high school, yeah.
But what about when you haja kuachia hiyo space ya I support you? What about those parents?
They think
Wenye
of the
wanakuambia,
best
eh,
Just now
like,
kwenye-
wewe unafaa kufanya
wenye wako hiyo
hivi.
in the situation
Parents
yenye parents hawaachii
always
options.
think on like wanafikirianga mtoto wangu anaweza kuwa daktari. That
Mbona
is the
asiende
best
kufanya
thing.
medicine?
Like
Amepata
I think the best thing for you, now you feel like no, the best thing you are thinking about myself or my future isn't the best thing for me.
For me.
Nikipewa hiyo chance. So what is that thing that you can? Who is that person?
There's someone who told me.
apart from those other
maybe.
people.
Okay, there's someone who told me that most of the times inakwanga parents wana living it the lives that they wanted
Through you to have.
through you, yeah. No, they wanted for themselves.
Yeah.
Like maybe alikuwa ni dream, I want to become a doctor. So I've given birth to a child, why not? So
Mtu
when
basi
I
anaenda kwa daktari, yeah.
I will force it into her, and you get that. So my question is, even if you pursue that like in medicine and all that, how do you handle the pressures that come with now falling into depression that usinini hapo?
Personally, I have a cousin mwenye alipursue what the parents wanted. Alipata like I think A or A minus time tulifanya KCSE. Alipita vizuri. And now he had to do what the parents wanted. Amemaliza, but now anataka kupursue something else. You see? Yeye alikuwa anataka kupursue film production. But the parents walikuwa like hapana, max yenye umepata ni za engineering, medicine. But sahi as he is anataka kufanya film production, hataki kufanya hizo mambo.
Bado hajafanya. Hata hajafanya hizo zingine.
Alimaliza tu shule akagraduate, yes. But
alifanya zenye wazazi walimwambia.
Juu wazazi ndio wanalipa fee. So sahi anafanya what he wants, like film production, sales, like vitu yeye angepata interest in. So si lazima mzazi yako force ufanye anything. Okay, in Africa personally we grew up in Africa.
In an African home.
In an African home. You have to do what the parents tell you. Always hapana ma.
They know better.
Yo, dada, staki.
But ni easier kumwambia.
No,
I don't
easier
do engineering.
But
no,
see all parents
wanakuanga
kuna wale parents hapana. You have to do engineering.
Si
lazima uongeleshe
kwako. See they are giving you an option.
Yeah.
They're actually advising you on doing something and they actually
want you to, they are telling you.
Yeah.
Now parents
it's like wanakuadvise like wanakwambia ni hii ndio unafaa kufanya.
Na wanataka uconcentrate on school, na relationships guys. Relationships.
Ukweli.
And wanakuongeleshanga. This is something they talk about on a repeated basis.
Yeah.
On a daily basis. Unasikia mtoto wako anakuambia usiende kupata mimba, usiende kufanya hivi.
I think
we end up doing all these things.
I think
why?
Apart from kupata mimba.
But you are in a relationship. Is your parents happy?
With the African.
Yeah.
With the African.
Imagine nilimwambia I'm in a relationship.
And
Nakasema that's nice. But unajua ni the fact that my age alikuwa unaona vile mamangu anakuambianga okay. Wazazi wanakuambianga unaona by 30 unafaa kuwa na bwana.
hapana.
Unafaa kuwa na mtu gani? Mimi imagine I confessed finally. And say
Ndio msome, mmalize, mpate job.
But how do they expect you to have someone at that age? Okay, not at that age, but yani after umemaliza shule. Unajua mimi by the way wazazi wangu wanakunga zile za unamaliza shule by third year usha introduce boyfriend, tushaanza kumjua by fourth year ukianza ku graduate ka something ashawa tumaka promise ring.
But you have good parents.
Mimi
you have good African
they're strict.
parents.
They're strict, but
no.
They're strict, but ni ile lazima ukwe na bwana.
They're not strict.
You see mimi I think our generation tumerizwa na those parents you might want to tell them something
but unaona watakuwa negative.
Unaona I feel the space ya kuambia whatever you are feeling inside. Ni kama your parents wants you to do for like ufanye maybe medicine. But wewe passion yako ni fashion design. You see watakwambia
utamwambia mimi nataka kufanya fashion design.
Utamwambia. But I think hii ina leading to okay, personally mimi naweza kuambia there are those courses our parents feel like no haina any value to the society. You know, time is moving, the world is changing, there's a lot of changes. There's someone somewhere in America, let's say for example, anafanya fashion design, ako happy, ana get the money she wants, na parents wako ako happy. You do not really have to do medicine. Ama what the parents had for you in mind.
Yeah.
So you see, for a person like me, the question I asked you, Mimi, I do not have anyone from my family biologically when I can sit down with him and be like, Mimi, I'm going through this and what like na feeling ni kama they won't understand me. So na ikata chini ya maji.
Mbona usiambie your mom?
No.
Unaangalia atapata stress.
No, not stress literally. You see kuna vitu zenye una way. Me personally understand niki have kuambia Becky's a topic maybe nimwambia I'm going through this and that. Naweza address. Najua Becky ata understand. But nikiambia Gloria ata understand at all. Ataniambia like ungefanya hivi na hivi na hivi. Yeah.
Ama na mimi as in Becky anakujua on this level.
Yeah, ananijua but on another thought. Mimi na feeling like when like your family, like for example your parents, ukizaliwa they give you the basic needs, wanakupea
Food, shelter, and
water,
clothes.
shelter. Then they are like, no, because we provided you with what you need, we expect you to do
Be okay.
to do what we tell you to do because we know better. But wanasahau hiyo part yenye kila mtu anazaliwa na passion yake. So mimi na feeling kama hautanielewa, siwezi kukuambia shida zangu.
But mshaika na wazazi chini na mkawaambia cheki,
Mimi niko hivi na
mimi nadai hivi.
Yeah.
It's I think our parents do not give us that.
No, it
See,
depends.
it's
It
you
depends.
creating that
It
because
depends.
they have not been in that
Personally,
situation.
my parents watakupea hiyo environment. You say what you want, like ukitaka kufanya catering, ukitaka kufanya tailoring, ukitaka whatever you want to do, they will give you that environment of fanya unataka. But in most African homes, si rahisi upate mzazi anakuambia.
Sino nakwambia like okay, wakitaka mtoto wanakupeleka shule, wanakuprovide everything, wanakupeleka boarding school, you will get the teachers and all that. Then anakuambia no, I want you to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Personally mimi my dad alikuwa anataka niwe nurse. But mimi I can't just siwezi deal na hospital environment. Unaona? Sasa hivi siwezi enda niende nikachini na yeye nimwambie by the dad mimi nataka kufanya architecture. Anaambia umekaa chini ukaona utafanya architecture.
But ushikane like
umeijipe hiyo.
No, I know him better than that.
No, umeijipe hiyo chance.
But mimi naelewa
kujipea chance, it's one thing. And knowing this person for the longest time, unajua kitu atakujibu.
No, but una judge.
No, it's not
Ujai
about
try.
judging.
Ungekuwa try, then amekujibu ndio ungesema mimi nilijaribu dad akasema hivi na hivi.
Imagine
But you've never tried.
acha niko saidia Diana. Okay, nikifinalize. Kitu ya hiyo story ya nini kufanya nini whatever. Me I've been in a situation where I wanted to do nursing. Some I wanted to do. Huko nataka kufanya.
Mimi sikutaka.
But then my dad akaniambia, "Ai hapana, nursing ni diploma. You cannot do diploma."
Nataka bachelor.
And you had a mbona usifanye degree? Na imagine hivyo ndo niligive up hiyo dream yangu kwa nurse. Na nikafanya degree
ya down with that with your
parents. I told them, nikamwambia diploma ni mpaka nika explain everything. Nikamwambia unajua diploma inakuanga na skills. Ukimaliza diploma ukipata skills unapata kazi immediately. But degree nini and you only like get to learn for a short time compared to a degree. But that's
I think where the parents go wrong. I don't know if parents are going to watch this, but unakuanga na mtoto then unamweke expectations, unaona unasema
unamweka mali wewe ukufika like
unaona mtoto wangu kama babangu as much as naweza taka kukaa chini mwambie dad mimi naweza taka kufanya this and that. Alikuwa kwa akili yake anataka mtoto wake akuwe nurse. Spend money on you, ukaenda college and all that, ukapita. Alikuwa anataka you find that specific profession. Profession yenye iko accepted in the Kenyan society. Ile yenye like you tell someone you're a doctor, hey, you're a doctor.
You're a doctor.
You are a nurse, you're a nurse, you're an engineer, hivyo. But sasa I think pia wazazi wetu hawako exposed to these other professions, like maybe unafanya business ama unafanya nini, anakuambia pana ungefanya teaching sasa ungekuwa unapata job, ungekuwa unahangaika because most youths, kuna watu wengi sana, I have friends. Mimi hata mimi mwenyewe sijaifanya job yenye niligraduate 2019. So unapata mtu mzazi wako anakuambia unaona ungefanya nasi ungefanya nasi sasa ungekuwa kwa hospitali somewhere.
So you see which course?
Procurement and sales. Unaona?
Hey, for real.
Yeah. Unaona sijaipata hiyo opportunity. But sasa yeye anakanga chini.
Are you looking?
Because
it's
a very nice.
Actually hata
I'm actually looking. But sasa you see I can't go to my dad. Hata when I'm depressed I'm like guy, aki life yangu inaisha. I really do not have any financial support ama moral support. Siwezi enda kwake kwa sababu yeye alijua nikifanya nursing I'll have a through way
Yeah.
I'll have a job and all that.
But
But
it's
I was
true.
passionate about procurement.
You know, something that I realized in life is, you know, kuna business ideas zenye unaweza ambia mzazi.
Yeah.
Naweza sema acha tuachane na wazazi because tumewablame sana. Kuna business ideas zenye unaweza ambia a millennial as a Gen Z, unaweza ambia a millennial na ye kwa akili yake in her time or his time haikuwa ina work.
Yeah.
But you know, at this time as a Gen Z it's really working for, tuseme kama tuongelee kitu ka crypto at this moment. It's really working for people outside there. And if I could tell my parent right now, by the dad, I want to go through crypto, actually definitely, of course,
No.
But mimi najua what it takes to get there, to get to the level of people who are working with cryptocurrency. Now, I know it gives very, like, inapeana pesa mob sana. So the issue is, what I realize is don't ask when you're asking someone about getting money, getting success or being successful. Don't ask someone who's not in your generation because they don't understand what is going on in your generation.
But now, Gloria, the thing you're saying is tusisikize venye our parents are saying, because now, okay,
but still have
according to her, amesema yeye anaona ni kama the dad will not understand. According to you, the dad did not understand. According to you, that generation will not understand what we are going through.
But
make your choices.
First off, you people are not consulting your parents. That is one thing you're doing. You guys are judging them. You're like, okay, the only person mwenye amesema ame consult ni Becky. Yeye amesema ali consult the dad and the dad akasema no, it's not okay. Personally, Diana, una judge. You're judging your parents. Even if venye amekuwa for the rest of the time that you've not tried. You see, umemjudge uko like hapana. Hata nikimwambia ataniambia tu no.
Without experiencing that issue,
You can give yourself time, umuulize tu, uone tu mwenye ukimuuliza what he will tell you. Maybe he'll give you a different approach yenye itakushtua. But wewe unaona hapana, atanipea the same excuse yenye anapeananga, hapana usifanye.
But acha nikwambie ukweli, personally, I can say that there are very many business ideas that have run through my parents.
Many.
And in that moment, they were like, you know, I did this and it didn't work for me. But that was like, how long ago? I won't say how long ago, but how long ago was that? We're in 2024. So that is working right now for like 5 friends of mine. That's enough.
But let me ask you, Gloria. Umesema sahi crypto is working. Ukienda ombe mzazi wako, crypto is doing this and that. May I try? Atakukataza? No, ukimwambia you're earning money out of it.
Okay,
you are doing this. Like, you're trading, you're getting money, you're providing and all that. Atakukataza kwambia pana usiende.
Imagine kama niko na like tangible evidence, like
kama uko na
ona mom,
inafanya. I know.
What if you want? But if I don't trust me, acha nikwambie.
We have different families. We have different families.
We have
different families.
We do.
Listen. Just listen for a second. You see, your parents, the way your parents will react to something new, it's not the same way my parents will.
I know.
And every other person anajuanga wazazi wake vizuri.
Yeah.
Anajua hata nikiraise issue, hata nilete evidence ndio hiyo nimeprint, nimefanya nini. Hata buy.
But have you tried?
But kuna yule parent mwenye ako open minded, mwenye ako up to speed with time. Atajua unajua enzi zetu tulikuwa tunafanya hivi, but sasa hii wacha nimpe time yeye kufanya hivi. Mimi na feeling ni kama kuna wale parents hawako exposed. So as much as you are exposed, me I'm telling you from experience.
But you've never talked
No.
to your parents.
No.
Ungekuongelesha na uwaonyeshe evidence uambie mom
chill.
nafanya crypto na ndio hizi pesa.
Acha wacha tusiongelee crypto na you have maybe let's just talk about passion. Acha nikwambie vipi. Unaona venye wewe unaweza enda ku approach your mother ama your dad. Umexplainie, umwambie this and that and that. You see, as your child, unafaa kunipea that first priority yenye nitakusikiza. Hata kama una evidence, I really need to listen to you. But ukinieka in a position where I have to provide evidence, that means you've doubted me this whole time. Now I really have to convince you.
But what
no, you see, there are some other passions. If someone is passionate about something, akikwambia out of their heart, they do not really need to provide evidence. Atina nilipa hivi.
No, we don't need to provide evidence. But
okay. What if they actually did that? Like if I come to my parent and say, I wanted to do nursing, but I really have a passion for it. Na yeye alitry nursing in her time
anajua tu nursing.
Ndo nauliza
ajui about
ako in that position. Ako in that position of alitry at that time and it didn't work for him or her at that time. Na anakuambia I tried that and it didn't work for me. So what are you saying that it's working right now and I am a case study that it didn't work.
Personally, hata nikujibu hiyo Glory, as much as sina the correct answer. Our parents, we're talking about our parents, African parents. These are people you need to provide them with evidence. Ukikuja upe your parent pesa umwambie mom, hii pesa imetoka kwa crypto, hii pesa imetoka kwa bitcoin, hii pesa imetoka kwa kutrade, hii pesa imetoka huko nje, anaona na hii job yenyewe inakupenda. First of all, sahi mayouth wengi hawana kazi. Many people don't have jobs. But once umekuja kwenye umemwambia mom, hii pesa nimepata out of this and that, hata kudoubt, hata kwambia hapana usifanye.
Akiona the strategy.
Ameona kuna evidence. Sahi trust you Diana, ukienda uambie your dad. Umesema your dad akwangi on your case, like ukimwambia anakwambia no. But ukienda umwambie dad nimejaribu something na inani yield fruits, inatoa do, atakwambia sawa. Atakwambia it's fine. But kama una try tu kitu na haina any evidence like fruits, atakwambia hapana.